In the top stories, Prime Minister Drew attends 104th meeting of the ECCB Monetary Council. ECCB Governor to commence country outreach mission to St. Kitts and Nevis. And NIA officials expresses gratitude for donations of books to Public Library and Sports Museum. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Find the frames you love at Quartz Optical. Shop today and enjoy 50% off our wide selection of fashionable frames. Choose from our flexible payment plans from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today at www.quartzoptical.com. Remember, at Quartz Optical, your comprehensive eye exam is always free. So come in and find the frames you love at 50% off only at Quartz Optical. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.
In cricket, there are a few essentials: a bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Scotty Sia Hendrickson. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew and other members of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB Monetary Council, the advisors and members of the ECCB Executive and Management Committee met for the 104th meeting of the ECCB Monetary Council at the ECCB headquarters on Friday. Prime Minister of St. Lucia and Chairman of the ECCB Monetary Council, Honorable Philip J. Peer, presided over the session. During the meeting, the council members received the ECCB Governor's Report on Monetary and Credit Conditions in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU, for the period January to December 2022. The report, subtitled A Big Push for Resilience, Innovation, Inclusion and Transformation, focused on the ongoing economic recovery, both globally and within the ECCU, as well as on the impact that the increased uncertainty in the global environment is having on this recovery. The council was informed that economic growth in the ECCU strengthened to an estimated 8.9% in 2022, a 3.1% point improvement over the previous year when it was recorded at 5.8%. During a press conference after the meeting, Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antoine, spoke of why the ECCU remains resilient despite the many shocks to the economy.
The banks went into the pandemic with high levels of liquidity. In fact, sometimes we say we need to see the banks lend more money, make more loans. So they were very liquid. Secondly, adequate levels of capital. And capital is important because what capital does is the capacity to absorb shocks, even losses, and still remain a going concern and still remain stable and strong. And so the banks went into the pandemic with those buffers. The fact of the matter is that no bank, no licensee came or has come to the central bank for liquidity support during this period. That is a testament to the stability of our financial system.
Among the council members in attendance were Premier and Minister of Finance for Anguilla, Honorable Dr. Ellis Webster, and Prime Minister and Minister of Finance for Antigua and Barbuda, Honorable Gaston Brown. The meeting concluded with the council agreeing to convene the 105th meeting of the Monetary Council on Friday, 21st July 2023 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, Timothy N.J. Antoine, is set to resume his country outreach missions with engagements in St. Christopher, St. Kitts and Nevis over the period 27th February to 8th March. Governor Antoine will commence his consultations with the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, on key issues. The Governor and his delegation will then pay a courtesy call on the Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Marcella Librard, GCMG, JP, following which they will make a presentation to the Cabinet of Ministers on the ECCU's performance and prospects. The ECCB team will meet with the Chamber of Industries and Commerce at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on 28th February. The mission continues with meeting with social partners inclusive of civil society, labor unions, churches, and youth on March 1st, followed by a session with bankers on the Federation on March 2nd. As is now customary, the country outreach mission will feature a live television interview. Journalist and communication consultant Andre Huey will engage Governor Antoine on March 2nd from 8 p.m. on a range of financial, economic, banking, and national development issues. The event will be broadcast live on ZIZ television and radio and streamed on the ECCB's Facebook page and YouTube channel. The public is invited to participate in this discussion by calling or submitting questions via the ECCB's social media platforms. The mission will continue on March 6th. Governor Antoine and his delegation will call on the Premier of Nevis and the Leader of the Opposition in the Nevis Island Assembly of St. Christopher, St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Mark Brantley, after which they will meet with social partners on Nevis. The ECCB team will engage members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps on March 7th. The country outreach mission concludes on March 8th when the governor and his delegation meet with local media. After concluding the outreach in St. Kitts and Nevis, the governor will arrange missions to the Commonwealth of Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Library Services, Youth and Sports in the Nevis Island Administration, Mr. Kevin Barrett, expressed gratitude to Mr. Stevenson Manners, local author of the recently launched publication, The Father, Son and Offsprings, for donating copies of his book to the Nevis Public Library Services and the Nevis Sports Museum. The book, which documented 78 years of cricketing history on Nevis, was presented during a recent exhibition mounted by the library in partnership with the author. It also highlights the contribution of Mr. El Comido Tonito Willett, the first Nevisian and Leeward Islander to play Test cricket 50 years ago. On May 9, 2023, Mr. Willett is expected to be honored at a gala hosted by the Nevis Cricket Association to mark the 50th anniversary of when he became a Test cricketer. The Nevis Island Administration has made a $50,000 contribution toward the event. After the break, Ministry of Health and Taiwan ICDF launched 24-hour recall dietary intake pilot survey, and local businesses encouraged to participate in SKN Move's Healthy Business Challenge. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
This is your boy, Super Handy Andy, with your Super Handy Andy deals at Horsford's Building Center for the month of February. Wood toilet seat, $55.20. 1.5-inch PVC slip joint, $10.85. Stainless steel box outlet, $10.21. Panel box, $228.03. Duplex switch, $8.47. Stool step storage, $169.61. Reciprocating saw, $322.24. Promix, $229.65. Preen red mulch, $31.30. Vegetable and flower seeds, $6.62. Styrofoam ice chest, $51.18. Blue top, lightweight, $34.78. Pet bed, $123.98. Super Handy Andy deals at Horsford's Building Center, making home improvement easy.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
We embarked a couple of years ago on a transformation program, and that is essentially to push the company into the 21st century. We're seeking to continue to be relevant, continue to be the leader in the business community, because if you stand still, somebody else is moving ahead of you. We now employ about 110 persons on Nevis across the group. Back then we probably had half of them.
TVC impacted people's lives. I have about a handful of people who will tell you, TVC is my life.
Supporting stakeholders, obviously very, very strong and committed staff, and customers who believe in us.
Well, the scholarship program is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best in St. Kitts.
Almost every year you get a student who says, one day I'm going to be Prime Minister.
I was interviewing for the Warrell Tyson scholarship program. Eventually was told a few weeks later that I was a successful recipient. Those soft skills, I think, were tremendous and still serve me even up to today.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Health, in conjunction with the International Cooperation and Development Fund, Taiwan ICDF, announced their 24-hour recall dietary intake pilot survey to be held in St. Kitts and Nevis from the first week in March to April 2023. In a press release issued on Friday, the ministry stated that the main goals of the survey are to determine the food consumption of individuals from 18 to 65 years old residing in St. Kitts and Nevis in order to improve decision-making and monitoring, which will result in better food safety, nutrition programs, and policies in the country, improve the capacity of St. Kitts and Nevis in the collection, analysis, and management of the 24-hour recall dietary data, and assess food and beverage intakes through 24-hour recalls. To achieve the goal, 24-hour recall dietary intake pilot survey targets adults between the ages of 18 to 65 years old, a member of a household who is a citizen of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, to collect information on beverage and food intakes. Participants requiring additional information should contact Nutrition Surveillance Coordinator at the Ministry of Health, Latoya Matthew Duncan, at 467-1236, or Project Manager at the Taiwan Technical Mission, William Chen, at 668-0927. The Ministry of Health is inviting local businesses to participate in its recently launched SKN Moves Healthy Business Challenge, HBC. According to the Healthy Business Challenge HBC toolkit, which can be found on the SKN Moves website at www.skamoves.kn, the HBC is designed as an annual program divided into 3 4-month sections. Businesses will be given a challenge criterion divided into 3 sections: healthy eating, physical activity, and overall health and wellness. Each business or organization will select 1 or more activities from each section to plan, implement, and evaluate within a 4-month period. A point system is allocated to the criterion, with each activity assigned a specific point value. All businesses achieving a minimum of 4 points in that 4-month period will receive a healthy business designation and will be promoted as such by the Ministry of Health. At the end of the year, the business achieving the highest number of points and that go above and beyond in creating a healthier business environment will receive the designation National Healthy Business. Persons can register at www.sknmoves.kn Healthy Business Challenge. Registration closes on March 31st, 2023. Coming up, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister clarifies decision to close EU bank accounts. Stay tuned.
Here are your your Horsford's Value Mart IGA specials from February 23rd through March 8th. Now our Blue Tax specials. Essential Everyday Baking Chips, just $10.99. Duncan Hines Fudge Brownies, $5.99. Kellogg's Pastries, just $10.99. Essential Everyday Apple Sauces, just $11.99 each. Sunny Delights, Tangy and Smooth, $4.99. Egg Waffles, $13.99. And now, our very low weekly value deals. Pringles chips are just $8.49. Essential Everyday Croutons, $5.99. Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $8.99. Colgate Toothpaste, $8.99. Extra Liquid Detergent, $22.99. And Dial Soap is just $9.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí a Value Mart.
Let TDC Financial Services help you go for your goals. Whether you're thinking of taking that grand vacation, down payment on a house, higher education, TDC Financial Services has various plans that will allow you to go for your goals. The Accumulator Plus. Choose your payment plan and earn as your money grows. Start with as little as $100 and choose the payment terms suitable to your needs. Investment Starter Plan. A long-term plan that will allow you to make that big investment when you're ready. Fixed deposit. You can fix your investments at various terms. Earn on your money when it matures. Ready to go for your goals? Visit us at TDC Financial Services, where money is made easy.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says the move to close Trinidad and Tobago's embassy bank accounts in Brussels and Belgium are not a result of the European Union's tax blacklist, but was part of the anti-money laundering measure. More in this TTT News report.
Responding to Prime Minister's questions on Friday in the House of Representatives, Dr. Rowley was asked if the closure of the accounts was due to this country being on the EU's tax blacklist.
On account of some diplomatic missions by Belgian banks came as a result of the application of the EU law on anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism. Recently, Bpost Bank Brussels notified the embassy in Brussels that they will be closing their account at the bank by February 20th, 2023. The embassy requested an extension of time to find a new account and was given until May 2023 to do so.
As it pertains to the closure of accounts in Brussels, which led to those missions being inoperable, Dr. Rowley said they would not be affected.
I would ask my colleagues to pay attention to the answer. The embassy has asked for an extension. They've got one until May. Today is the 23rd of February, and therefore May has not yet come. The operation of the account is still going on and can go on until May, so there's no question of operations at the embassy being affected by a closure.
Coming up, sanctions on Russia threaten Bangladesh's first nuclear power plant. We'll have the details when we come back.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Let TDC Financial Services help you go for your goals. Whether you're thinking of taking